Sand is the second most consumed natural resource in the world after fresh water.
Whoa, even
Yeah.
before gas?
Yeah.
Wow,
By
I
a
thought
lot
for
more.
sure oil and gas.
So, sand is a
Oh,
fundamental ingredient in concrete, so all of our construction,
yeah.
glass, even the
Mm.
silicon chips in our technology, and
Really?
even consumer products like toothpaste. Yeah.
There's sand in my toothpaste?
Yep. That like grittiness, that's silica, which comes from sand. So all
Whoa.
sand is not the same. Glass manufacturers need soft white beach sand for construction and to make concrete. The main need is gritty sand from riverbeds, lakes, wetlands. Desert sand is not usable for construction because it's actually too silky. The granules are like very circular because they've been eroded by air instead of water.
That's kind of beautiful.
It is, yeah. But it also creates lots of problems because when Dubai was building their tallest building in the world, they had to import sand from Australia, even though they are surrounded by desert, because they didn't have the right kind of sand to make concrete. Yeah,
Shit you never think about.
I know. So fascinating. And then countries are also using sand to literally expand their borders. So Singapore is the largest importer of sand. They don't consume it the most, that would be China, but they're the largest importer because Singapore has no sand of its own. And they've imported it from their neighboring islands, to grow their landmass. So they literally dump the sand on the beaches and expand their land. And actually, Indonesia has lost at least 2 dozen islands to this, so that eventually Malaysia, Indonesia, and Vietnam banned the export of sand to Singapore between 2000 and 2010. But obviously, it's still happening. It's just happening underground now.
That's absolutely wild.
Because sand is so high in demand, obviously the human population is increasing and therefore construction is increasing, right? So we're actually building the equivalent of 8 New York cities every year in the world.
Oh my God.
And we use 50 billion tons of sand each year. That is twice the amount of sand that is created annually in nature. And demand is only growing. So, at the current rate, experts say we are going to run out of construction grade sand by 2050.
Wait, that's really soon.
Really soon, yeah. It's not like there will be like no grains of sand left in 2050. It's easily accessible sand is rapidly depleting to the point where it's similar with oil and fracking. We're doing things like fracking because we've already used up all of the oil that's near the surface of the earth. And now we're doing things that are unsafe for both the environment and humans to get more. And sand is very similar, right? Because as we run out of the more accessible things like because we can only use, again, like for construction, we can only use sand from riverbeds, lakes, wetlands.
Oh
These are
no.
limited in quantities, right? So
And also horrible for the
horrible for the
creatures that
environment.
live there.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. The depletion of sand is causing everything you can imagine because it's literally fucking with our water system. So,
Yeah.
river pollution, obviously, fish, sea life dying, flooding, shrinking aquifers, depleting groundwater, even more droughts because it just obviously affects the water cycle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really bad.
That is insane.
And you have growing demand, shrinking supply. The prices are obviously going up. The price of sand is expected to double by 2100. And so it's a perfect breeding ground for crime. Estimates say that the global illegal sand trade ranges from $200 billion to $350 billion a year. That is more than illegal logging, gold mining, and fishing combined. It ranks as the third largest transnational crime